Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
Yeah, fine. Thank you very much. Everything good.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Well, he's Kim. I'm Arlene from La Pajarraca Radio from Mexico and Norway.
Uh-huh.
So it's a pleasure for us to having you, of course, and we can present him.
Yeah, we have Udo, the most legendary metal man in the world.
Wow, thank you very much.
For me, you are absolutely wow.
Thank you.
So for me, it's a big honor.
Okay.
So thanks a lot for talking to us.
Okay, here we go. Then.
Yeah.
So welcome to La Pajarraca Radio for everybody is watching us and listening us. Today we have the honor of one of the most legendary voices in the heavy metal world. 5 decades on stages. I hope that I pronounce it right. Udo Dirkschneider.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. Welcome to La Pajarraca Radio. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Thank you very much. Quite busy today, you know. I mean, a lot of interviews, a huge interest for the new Touchstone album. And yeah, I mean, what can I say? Everything good.
Perfect, perfect.
And you have a new album out now.
Yeah, called Touchstone is out since the 25th of August, and the reaction so far is fantastic. So, what can I say? I'm happy.
We hear it. We hear it because we get from the record label Atomic Fire, and it's really powerful. Congratulations for this because it's still the power of Udo.
Yes, it is.
That's cool. Tell us about it, please. Tell us about this new album.
Yeah, what can I say about this new album? I mean, we had a lot of not so nice things around us, you know, that was still we start during the pandemic stuff. And the next thing was was just finished with a new studio in the house of my son. And then it became a big flood in Germany, you know, in his area.
Right.
So the house was underwater already in the living room. So the whole cellar everything was gone, no studio. That was for us then where we can work now, you know. And and then another thing was happened that was the war between Russia and Ukraine. I mean, Andre, he was living in Ukraine, you know. And then, of course, we stopped everything. And then the most important thing for us was to get him out there. So we couldn't do not that much, you know, but we was always in contact. Thank God that we can talk with him, and he was sending us some pictures, but I don't want to talk about the pictures. Horrible. Anyway, and so then in the end, he said, okay, I tried to go to the Polish border. He was putting the family in the car. Mm-hmm. And then he was going on, not on the main highways, you know, but he was going on little streets, then to the Polish border. He made it. We pick him up there, and now he's living in Germany, and now everything is fine.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So that was like not the nicest situation to record an album with all that stuff, you know.
No.
But in the end, I think, I think it was maybe also inside a little bit, you know. Now we really push the whole thing, and so I think I'm happy with the result. What we did with Touchstone.
Right.
How hard was the COVID for you?
The COVID for me, yeah, okay. I was in a way lucky. I did a lot of stuff, you know. I did let's say Dirkschneider and the Old Gang. I did a cover album, you know, and then we was working on the DVD from Bulgaria, what we did. And but it was like you cannot go to the family, you cannot go to a restaurant. It was also difficult to go to a supermarket. You know, you were very often sitting home and say, hey, I'm 71 years old now. Why is this happened now? For what? But anyway, that was definitely not the nicest time. And also for us, like working together, you know, we had to do everything over the internet, you know, like Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp. And normally we are going, if we have enough ideas, we go into the studio and working together on songs, you know, face to face. and do it like over the internet. It's like not the nicest thing to do. But in the end, thank God that we have it. And but in the end, I think it was working out, and so finally we made it.
Like you said, you're 71, but you're singing stronger than ever and harder music.
Right.
What's going on?
I don't know. I mean, I just tell you one thing. When I did the vocals, I mean, with Stefan Kaufmann together, he is always doing my vocals. And he said to me, I do your vocals since 81. And he said, now you're singing better than ever.
Yeah.
Higher than what you did in the 80s. You can sing also now lower. He said to me, this voice is a miracle, you know. And I said, yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me. I mean, I think I'm very lucky, and I'm happy that I can do this still, you know, in my age. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, what can I say? Let's keep going on.
And how is to work with family? Because your son is playing drums now.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this is also like, you know, he's now 8 years already in the band. It's not like a father and son thing, you know, it's more like friendship, you know. Okay, when we have to talk some private stuff, we do this when we meet at each other, you know, in a family time, but on the rest it's like talking business. And also now it's good, I work together with him on the lyrics since 2 albums. I mean, he is now involved in creating also vocal melodies, and that's a good thing for me, you know. He's from a completely different generation.
Right.
And he's coming up sometimes with ideas where I said, are you sure? Yeah, try this, you know. And yeah, and I mean, for me, it's like I'm always open-minded, you know. I said, yeah, okay, let's try it and we will see how we end up. And it works, you know. And I mean, it's also good with the whole band. I mean, nobody has an ego. We are working as a team, you know. It's also including producer, also including Stefan Kaufmann. I mean, he's doing not only my vocals, he's doing also the drums, recording the drums. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, it's a really teamwork, you know. And yeah, what can I say? I mean, everything worked out perfectly at the moment.
Right, that's
cool. Nice.
That's really cool. And talking about this new record, including your son, he's part of the persons who's write the lyrics, or are only you some write the lyrics?
No, what I said before, now I do the lyrics together with my son.
Okay.
And yeah, that's also really helpful. You know, if you are do this alone, it's sometimes, you know, yeah, it works, but it's much harder. And now to have somebody with you, he's coming up also with different stuff, you know, and then, yeah, that's a good story. We can talk about this.
Different ideas, actually.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's pretty cool.
And I wonder one thing, because you start music in the 60s, band X.
Yes.
I tried to find some music for that. I can't find anything.
No, you cannot find anything. There's nothing recorded, nothing on vinyl or whatever. No, I mean that was just I don't know, 65 or something like that with the band X, and then we named the band in 68 Accept, but there was no Wolf Hoffmann, Stefan Kaufmann or whatever. That was like you know, and yeah. And so, and then the first time we start recording was with the first Accept album in, don't get me wrong, 77 or something, or 78 or something like that. So, and then, yeah, I mean, that was the beginning.
That's insane. So
yes.
You have absolutely no music from that period?
No, nothing.
You have it yourself? Something?
Sorry?
Do you have it? Something?
No, no. Just my ex-wife gave me a big thing with cassettes, but I didn't have time at the moment to see what is on there. Maybe there is something. You never know. But we will see.
What inspired you for start your music career?
What inspired me? From the beginning on, you mean?
Yeah.
in the beginning, that was just a hobby. I had a keyboard. Then I was working together. I make music together with Michael Wagner. So that was the start at home. You know, we were doing some rock and roll stuff, some little rock stuff, some cover stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So and then it developed. You know, and then we found the drummer. And then we found the bass player playing in House of Youth and small clubs, so on. Really developed, you know. In the beginning, it was a hobby. I never was thinking to do this as a really professional musician. So, and then it's getting more and more and more and more, and then finally we had the opportunity to record an album, you know. So. And I found then the right musicians, you know, from the old Accept members. I'm still in contact with them. That's also very interesting. They're all still alive. And then, of course, two guys, they said, nah, we don't want to go that professional, you know, they were doing something different. And then, of course, you have to look for new members. And then I found Wolf, that was the first one. Then Stefan Kaufmann, Peter Baltus, and then Jörg Fischer. So, and then the whole thing was like how the lineup everybody knows under Accept, you know.
Because you was in a song competition, wasn't you?
Yeah, we was not winning the competition. We met the third place. So, and then there was a producer team, and then they said, this is very interesting, you know, we want to work with you. So we did some demo stuff, they sent it to the record company, and here we go.
The rest is history.
The rest is history, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Accept and your solo career, and Udo and many things with you. That's pretty cool. Very big career you have.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would say also, I think it needs also a lot of luck, you know. I mean, to do the right thing at the right time, get in touch with the right people at the right time, you know, and that's also, you need a lot of luck. And maybe also another secret why that was working, I still have a unique voice, you know. I mean, this is also one, you know, you put a record on a vinyl or whatever, you know exactly
who it is.
This is Udo, you know. So, and that's also, I'm very lucky with this, you know. I mean, there are a lot of good singers around in this business, you know. They sing maybe much better than me, like melodies and blah blah blah, but they are not stick out, you know. They are not like Dio, Rob Halford, or Bruce Dickinson or stuff like that. And so I'm lucky.
That's cool. Also, I know. Actually, I'm sorry. Sometimes I speak Norwegian. Actually, you shared the stage with Ozzy Osbourne, Lita Ford, Doro Pesch, Guns N' Roses, and many, many more. Do you have this idea to create, for example, a special album with different artists singing your songs, both you and this artist, so different kind of artists?
That would be nice, yeah. So, but at the moment, you know, in 2025, I can celebrate my 50 years anniversary.
Right.
Maybe there will be a big event coming up, then we are talking about it. I mean, you have to talk very early about it to get everybody together.
Right.
And then maybe, you know, there will be a DVD, an album or whatever, you know, and then I have these people definitely also on CD, vinyl, DVD or whatever.
Will be great, a documentary about your career with all the bands you've been, or many artists talking about you. I think it will be great if you have this idea.
I will buy it.
Yeah.
Biography, story, and many things.
Yeah, but I mean also, you know, what I'm working on is like already for a long time, but now it's getting more concrete, and I mean, I'm working on my biography, you know, and there will be also a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff in there, but people maybe will say, oh, we didn't know that, you know.
Right.
But it's definitely coming.
You think it's more harder to sell music today than it was in 80s, 90s?
I don't want to say, I don't really want to be arrogant, but for me, not. You know, I mean, I'm fine with everything. Everything works. I have a really good record deal and all that stuff, you know. I mean, we can tour worldwide. And I think for newer bands, this is much harder than it was in the 80s, you know. There is no support from the record companies money-wise, you know, if they want to be a special guest or support a bigger band. I mean, it's also the selling of CDs is also going down.
Right.
And of course, to make money, in a way, it's like on touring, merchandising, publishing, but touring is also not so easy for young bands, you know. They don't get like directly, I don't know, 15,000 euros the evening or whatever. You know, it's like, yeah, maybe you can play here, but maybe for 500 euros or 1,000 euros. That's a lot of things, you know, and I think it's not so easy for young bands. For me, it's like some people ask me what kind of advice you can give to young bands. It's like, first, believe in yourself, do what you want, and I mean, maybe you need something what sticks out, like how do you call it in English? Forgot it. Let's say, for example, like Powerwolf or Sabaton have a special thing, concept, a concept, you know, and that maybe helps a lot if you do something to stick out of everything. I mean, music-wise, I don't want to say everything is already done, but it's really hard to become special, or you have a unique voice or whatever, you know. So it's not easy. Definitely not easy for young bands at the moment.
Can you tell me something? Who is this on this picture?
Oh, this is just a guy. He was on tour with us as a, how you said, he was a boxing guy, you know, and he was like.
I thought it maybe was you.
No. I don't have black hair. No. I mean, that was a guy. He was on tour with us at this time, and he was like a guy who boxing and was taking jogging with us and blah blah blah, all that stuff, you know. And yeah, so a good.
That's
good
the cover.
Yeah, definitely.
And I remember you played in Mexico. I'm from Mexico, and I saw you. I don't remember it was with Udo or Accept in Hell and Heaven Metal Fest for a couple of years ago, but it was awesome concert.
Yes, I mean, we've been already in Mexico last year in Mexico. We did 3 shows with U.D.O. And yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to come to Mexico again. I mean, the audience is really wild. You know, they're really into that. And yeah, it's like, I mean, it's a really
Passion.
exciting atmosphere there, you know. And yeah, I mean, we are working already on the, I mean, I think Mexico, you cannot call it South America, right?
It's Latin America.
Latin America, yeah. And and then we are working at the moment on a South American tour, and definitely there will be also including Mexico. But I don't know when next year. Can be happen after the European tour or after the summer festival season. At the moment, that is like, we don't know exactly.
And do you like Mexico? Oh, sorry. Do you like Mexico, or what can you tell us about? I don't know, food.
I like Mexican food. I mean, I eat it also here, also on tour. I mean, yeah. I mean, I like the people. They're friendly. Everything. Of course, a lot of people say, "Oh, Mexico City, you know, be careful, blah blah blah." But of course, you have this also in Hamburg here, in Germany, or in Berlin, or whatever. You always have some places, you know, or some parts of the cities where it can be dangerous. So, I mean, I never had anything like this. And I mean, the people are friendly, really into that, you know. No, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
And I have to tell you, many people really think it's really dangerous. And when you are there, you see it's not like the news say. And that's pretty cool because actually he was a little scared to be there the first time, and he was there and said it's not like people is waiting for you for it's not like this. But that's nice you see by yourself and you like to come back there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we are not in the drug scene. Thing, No, I mean, I never was or had this feeling that is something. Whoa, no, I don't go there anymore. No, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Any plans coming back to Norway? Because I know you was in
Yep. I mean, the European tour starts the beginning of February next year, and I heard already have already some shows confirmed in Norway. I mean, always was or is still a really good country for us, and so that will be very soon. There will be more and more shows announced of the European tour. At the moment, it's just out Germany, Switzerland, and Czech Republic. But I know already they're working on Norway and Sweden, Finland, Denmark, and I don't know. There will be a long European.
Long list.
Sorry?
It's a long list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He has a story with you because you see him.
Yeah. For about 25 years ago, I met you in Oslo.
Oh, okay.
you were playing in a small pub called Rockin.
Yeah.
When I met you, me and my friend was the only one sitting there when everybody was going home. And me and my friend was sitting there, and you coming out, you and the guitarist.
Ah, okay, good.
And you signed my T-shirt, and you took a beer.
Okay.
And I lost my T-shirt.
Yeah. next time.
I talked to you maybe 10-15 minutes.
Oh, very good.
And the guitarist, I remember, was really, really sick. He had a lot of fever and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I remember that was also sometimes can be happened,
Yeah. So maybe next time.
Maybe next time, yeah.
And can you record us a message, please, for La Pajarraca Radio? I know it's difficult for you guys. Sorry.
Just a second. I think I have this also here. Then I can read that. This is much better for me.
You're not the first one.
Too much emails. So this is 5 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Was that 5 o'clock? Yeah. 5 o'clock for 3G. 5 o'clock. No, that is Skype, and this is like La Pajarraca Radio Mexico.
Pajarraca, yeah.
Pajarraca.
Pajarraca Radio, yeah, or Radio.
Radio Mexico. Okay.
Or Norway.
And Norway.
And Norway. Okay, I don't forget. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Okay. Hello, this is Udo Dirkschneider, the singer of U.D.O, and you listen to La Pajarraca Radio Mexico and Norway.
That's absolutely perfect.
See? Perfect.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So, before you go, please, why Touchdown? If you are fan, guys, of American football?
No, I mean, we're not fans of American football. I mean, I was watching this in Germany from time to time. And but the whole thing was like, we didn't have a title for the album. I mean, that's the first time ever. It was like, oh, I have no idea how we want to call the album. And then we was in South America, in Sao Paulo, I think, at the airport. We were sitting at the sports bar, and there was American football going on. And then you hear always like the word touchdown. And then it said, hey, that's the title of the album, I mean, also the sport is really like a teamwork, it's power, and they try to make the point to bring the football over the line. And we said, okay, we can use this also, like we make a touchdown with our album, And and the other thing was, then when we said, okay, then we use everything, the cover, we had this football, make it a little bit more metal, of course. And then also when we were thinking about the photo session, and then we said, okay, this time the album is Touchstone, we have the cover like this, and now we don't do any pictures like in chain and leather, you know. then we was using the clothes of a really football team. There was help. We had a helpful one in Germany from Cologne, the Cologne Crocodiles called. So, and then I tell you, that was not easy to put all that stuff on, you know. That's why like, what? How? And it is different, but I think the people, or let's say this way, sometimes it's good that the people get something different, you know, what they're expecting.
Yeah.
And then they always say, wow, you know, okay, very good idea, you know. Yeah, but sometimes it's good to do something different. But everything works so far. Everybody likes the new album. So, we did something right, and so now I'm looking forward to go on tour.
That's cool.
That's cool. Actually, The Betrayer is really love this song.
That's my favorite of the album. Really.
Cool. You know, I really hear everything, and this is really every song is powerful. But this has something special.
It's something special, yeah. That's why, that was also a thing, you know, with this song, just quick ending. Next interview is coming up.
I just can't take a picture.
It's like this song, you know, is not like a typical, not a typical U.D.O song, you know. It's like different. I think sometimes a little bit different. And that's why I like this song, you know, it's not typical. And that was very interesting to start working vocal-wise on this album, on this song. Yeah, but in the end, it's my favorite song on the album, you know. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the interview.
That was absolutely a privilege.
Thank you very much.
Success for this album and for your full career. You are awesome.
Rock on for many more years.
Yeah, I will do my best. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.